So simple problems based on vectors. Okay, so here we'll be solving problems based on properties, whatever we have learned. Okay, like what happens when they're parallel, perpendicular, different types of things. Alright, so let's start with the first one. Show that the vectors, vector A is equal to I minus 5j and vector B is equal to 2I minus 10j are parallel to each other. Okay, so since this is the first one and this is a new concept, so let me do the problem. Okay, and then you guys will understand how to approach a vector problem. Okay, alright, see now what do we have? See, we have to show that the vectors are parallel to each other. Right, now for parallel vectors, A cross B is 0, because what is the angle between parallel vectors? 0 degree. So sin 0 becomes 0, correct? So to prove that the vectors are parallel, always remember A cross B is equal to 0. Okay, now what do we know? Vector A is equal to I minus 5j and vector B is equal to 2I minus 10j. Right, so A cross B is equal to I minus 5j cross 2I minus 10j. Right, just like how we used to do binomial multiplication, we do the same way. That is 2 into I cross I, the first two terms. Next, minus 10 into I cross j. Next, minus 10 into j cross I plus 50 into j cross j. Okay, so what we are doing is the first two terms, then the first and the last, last and the first, last and the last, just like how we were doing the binomial multiplication, same way. Okay, now what was I cross I? If you remember the properties, I cross I was 0 because same, both I and I, both of them represents the same x-axis. The angle between them is 0, so sin 0 becomes 0. Similar way, what is j cross j? Again 0. So those two terms is not going to come. Then remember I cross j is nothing but k, right? And then j cross I is negative k, correct? So these two will come in the given question. So we get 0 minus 10k plus 10k plus 0, right? So this is what we get. Finally, this will be nothing but 0 vector, correct? So we proved that A cross B is 0. Hence, A and B are parallel. Okay, so this is how you solve if they give you two vectors and ask you that prove these two vectors are parallel. Okay, so you have to prove that A cross B is equal to 0. So since we proved this, so we are proving that A and B are parallel to each other.